Welcome, fellas. It's great to see you, and as always, I'm glad that you're here. We have a special guest in the house today. Michael Ferrera is here.
That's right.
Michael is a custom clothing designer in Los Angeles, and we had met 2 years ago in Atlanta
That's right.
at Menfluential Conference,
Mm-hmm.
and then we reconnected again just a few months ago, last year, at the same conference, and realized that we're both in Southern California. So anyway, one thing leads to another.
Yep.
He was coming through the town that I'm in,
Yep.
and reached out and said, let's connect. So here we are.
You had to, and I always say thank you. Thank you for inviting me and welcoming me. I think that when I got a chance to meet you the first time 2 years ago, I was like, man, this guy's cool. He's got a good energy, you know. Great, shake hands, exchange contact, moving on. And then when I seen you again, I was like, man, this guy's really cool and has good energy and good vibe.
Appreciate that, man.
And so when I connected with you again, I realized you were in Southern California just like I am. And I said, man, when I'm available and nearby, I'll reach out. And you were open to receiving that call and follow up.
Absolutely. And
I
so
appreciate that.
we're at one of my favorite wineries in Temecula
That's right.
wine country.
That's right.
Enjoying a little glass. So we
Yeah.
figured we'd have a conversation. So Michael and I aren't tight. We don't know each other super well, but we have connected a couple times.
That's right.
At the conference. He has an interesting story and an interesting background in the financial industry, but he's a custom clothing manufacturer,
Yep.
custom clothing designer,
That's
fashion
right.
designer,
That's right.
specializing in menswear, no women's.
We do women's, but specializing mainly in menswear. Like, that's where I shine. One, because I studied men's fashion. I went to school for this. It's not just an idea, and I know how to cut, sew, make pattern, all the above.
Okay.
And I love. I'm a huge technology fan, and a lot of the spaces that bespoke and custom and made to measure have grown to is drastically more popular today
Yes.
than it was when I started. It allows my conversation to be a lot easier. Most individuals and men now
It's true.
understand, made to measure and custom does exist, and it's
Yeah.
available. It's not as a turn off or a scary conversation as it once was. So I appreciate those online tech spaces. 'Cause
Yeah.
it allows my conversation to be a lot easier. However, one of the most interesting things with me that I specialize in is I truly focus on the design aesthetic. I still
Okay.
am a fashion designer. Here I am, 14 years.
Very good.
Loving it.
And he's dressed extremely well. So let me, hold on, sidebar. I want to
Sure,
let you
sure.
guys know, he's not from Temecula. I meet him here at the winery. He walks in the tasting room to meet me, and like people are all over him. Oh, nice suit, man, nice suit. There's a wedding going on over here, and everyone thought he was in the wedding. I was like, no, he's just, I'm a custom clothing.
Yeah.
I need your card. I need to buy a suit. So it's
That's
like,
right.
I told him he needs to move here because he'd be a huge hit in
That's
Temecula.
right, especially with the wedding scene,
I know.
And I think that, so to add to that, I think one thing that I share with my individuals and clients is always, and you do this a lot with your content, is being prepared for the moment. I think that just speaks to a lot of stuff that you talk about in your channel, in your page, in your content, in your website, is be ready. Because if you're always ready and prepared and dressed appropriately for an opportunity, the opportunities will come. But if you're not
true.
prepared for that, they simply won't. Being prepared for opportunities is where you win. And those opportunities may come. If they don't, that's fine too.
What do they say? There's a saying, there's no such thing as luck.
That's right.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And I believe and live by that every single day. Opportunities come to you when you are prepared for it. Even if you don't wear a suit, how do you look presentable and still win? Just like you.
I feel like that, yeah. And I'm wearing shorts and
Yeah.
it's like, so we're total odd couple right now.
but
it's-
totally appropriate.
Yeah.
Appropriate.
But what's interesting, what you said about being prepared. So I find, and it's crazy that you said that because it totally makes sense, and I can picture occasions where I've been dressed well. I mean, not crazy over the top, but just dressed well.
Sure.
And then somebody will say something will happen, somebody will want something, and that turns into something else or something bigger. And it's like, well, that's an opportunity that I got, and did I get it because I looked the part, or did I get it just because? Like, had I been wearing shorts, would that same person approach me with the same opportunity?
Right, and I think it's more of positioning yourself, and outside of the clothing side and the fashion design, I intentionally teach, because I do not think that just having cool brands or high quality clothing lets you win. Personality will eventually
Absolutely,
have to
yeah.
show. Quality will eventually, character, integrity, all those things will have to eventually show. But I feel when you position yourself and you allow people to want to approach you, then you get to talk about anything else.
And the other thing too is like I understand that it can't feel like a costume.
That's right.
If you're a
That's
blue
right.
collar guy, and you're not into wearing suits, like dude, that's totally
Totally fine.
You shouldn't wear a suit
Totally
then to
fine.
the grocery store.
That's
and
right.
But that's even not what we're saying.
Absolutely right.
But it's being who you are, but just a better version, maybe, and maybe not even a better version, but just an all-around, more prepared, more professional, more put together looking version of who you are.
That's right. And I think the word that comes to mind is crafted and organized. But at the point where we're approaching that 40 and above it, it is what it is. You know, we're here. We're
Yeah.
here. And I think we know what we like, we know what we don't like. And if we have the best presentation of that person that we are, you always win.
It was
You
interesting.
always win.
What was interesting at Menfluential, I interviewed a bunch of the guys there.
I remember that.
And
Yep.
Tanner Guzzi said something, and I'm going to paraphrase, so sorry, Tanner, but it was something to the effect of, if you're in your 50s and you still dress like you're in your 30s, you look like you're peaked, or you look like you peaked when you were 30. Right? There's nothing left. You look like you have no more ambition. And even when I explain or try to, tell people what I do and what my channel is about, is like, guy, you're 44 years old. You're not dead yet. You've got half your life.
That's right.
And leading up to this point, half of this life that you've already lived, you were a kid.
Yeah.
You couldn't make your own choices.
That's right.
From now on,
You have that ability to choose.
you can do whatever you want to do.
That's right. I love that.
So I want to learn a little bit more about your business and what it is that you actually do, who your clients are. So I guess my first question to you, and it's just purely curiosity,
Sure.
the guys that are coming to you, are they guys that are just getting into custom clothing? Are these guys that have already got it figured out? Are these like business professionals? Are these just regular guys? Like who's your demographic?
I appreciate that, and great question. And a lot of the individuals that I work with are not solely on the custom clothing side. Because yes, we do offer custom clothing, and I'm a full designer, but primarily we focus a lot on teaching and education. So a lot of the guys that come to me and the clients that we're working with are business professionals, usually in finance or real estate or speaking, or authors or coaches, and they know that they need to have an impeccable image, and they know they need to look the part, and they're in a space where simply they don't have the time or know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And they know they want to do better, they know they want to improve, but not sure exactly what to do. What we do at Michael Ferrera is we just come in and do that portion for you. It's another task that's off of your hands, and throughout that process of us doing it, we're teaching you. These are the things to be buying. These are the things to consider to buy.
Oh, nice.
These are the
Yeah.
things to add to your wardrobe based on what you already have, so that you can mix and match and make your wardrobe look bigger than it really is right now.
That's interesting because I just started touching on that in some of my video content, is mixing and matching, maximizing your wardrobe.
That's
I just
right.
made
That's
that
key.
spring
That's key.
outfit videos where I intentionally pick pieces that go together, that mix and match, and I can take 8 pieces and create, I don't know, countless outfits. So I do appreciate that you're actually out there doing what you're doing,
You have
teaching
to.
different guys. Like they come to you, it's like, Michael, it's like I need a suit. I'm on stage, because you had told me earlier that a lot of your guys are in the public eye.
Yep.
That need to look good. Like if they don't look cool
That's
in
right.
front of 5,000, 10,000 people,
That's right. And they're individuals that are speaking, whether that be for private seminars or large seminars, or groups are traveling because that's what their profession entails as an author, a speaker, a coach, or a mentor. or a leader or president of an organization, when you get one task off of your plate, it's just one less thing to worry about, and you can just focus on being the best attorney, just being the best, banker, because you don't have to worry about, okay, do I wear this shirt and this tie and does it look good? No, we teach and coach and say this shirt with this tie and this suit, because the suit, as long as it's tailored appropriately, I think that when I say tailored appropriately, a shorter jacket is going to allow you to mix and match, a different pants and a different suit to, again, expand your wardrobe without spending more money. When you find a three-piece suit that has the vest, jacket, and pants, that's a win.
Yeah.
Because you get the opportunity to at least make 9 different outfits out of that same, piece.
Vests, I think, are super versatile and very overlooked.
Absolutely.
You can I can wear jeans, a nice pair of brown brogues, a white or a light blue dress shirt, and throw on a vest with a little bit of pattern to it.
Yep.
And it looks good.
A whole nother level.
It looks great.
A
whole nother level.
That's right. And that's really the thing that I enjoy about having the 3 pieces. I try to go and lean towards the 3-piece simply because it just gives more versatility. And especially the time that you're talking about when we go into summer and spring months.
Yeah.
It's a great piece to ditch the jacket.
Yep.
And still be professional, even in an environment that is heavily professional, like finance or banking.
Yeah.
You can wear a vest with a tie, shirt, and 100% professional and no jacket.
Yeah. I'm assuming anyway that it's not only, okay, Mr. Johnson, you need to wear this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, then the automatic question then is, well, why? Why do these go together? So I appreciate
That's right.
that there's a lot of education coming from.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to, because I think, and it's very similar to having a trainer. The biggest thing when you brought on that trainer is that you have an opportunity to learn skills that you could have forever. And yes, you may want to have that trainer a couple of times a week or maybe even once a week, but it may not be 5 times a week because of travel, because of schedule, whatever it is. But when you bring on coaches or mentors or trainers, you want to gain information that you can apply forever.
That's a great comparison because, I was super into fitness a long time ago, and I had a great trainer who taught me how to eat, what to do, and the whole gamut. And it's the same thing with, good quality menswear providers.
That's right. It's not, we always, good designers and good coaches on the fashion side, you want to educate, because yes, you do want custom clothing, but there's also a time where there could be a better route, but you need the knowledge.
Touch on a few key advantages of going custom versus going with an off-the-rack or another online made-to-measure type situation.
Sure. I love that question. I absolutely love that question because the technology will get there. And at Michael Ferrera, we have an online presence at michaelferrera.com where we've done a great job of infusing technology of snapping and video and audio, and you do a few spins and we take all the pictures. So we do that. And I do think the technology will only get better. I think the advantage of working with the professional expert that's a fashion designer in custom space is you get the knowledge, the relationship aspect, the opportunity to ask questions and learn. Additionally, being in a space where you have an awkward body type that is not the standard ABC, perfect shoulder, perfect chest.
That's a good point, yeah.
So when you have an individual that you work with that you can consult with in a fashion and a custom clothing space, you get, again, the knowledge.
And I like that because I've done off the rack. I have a relatively, I wouldn't say an easy body type, but easier than most, I think. I'm a slimmer guy. But I've also done custom.
Yeah.
And every time I do something custom, it's just like, holy, I didn't know that this could be, I could move my arms in this jacket. It's a whole different, it's a different level of comfort.
That's right.
And fit.
That's right.
That you could ever get off the rack.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of doing it custom. And I always encourage people, you want to get there. It's not forced or never being uncomfortable to do it, but that's the reward to self. All of the things that you've done in business and profession, custom is a way to reward yourself at a higher level.
So where can people find you if they're interested in working with you, or at least sending you an email and chit-chatting?
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. And the best way to reach me is at michaelferrera.com. That's Ferrera. And a lot of spaces, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, those are all the places that individuals can contact me. And I always encourage people never to hesitate. If we can simply help, it may not be custom right now, but it may be simple question or idea. And, I have this idea that I'm doing online and ordering custom. If we can help, I'm always going to do it. It's crazy, but man, if I can help people and share ideas, I'll do it all day long.
I appreciate it.
So that's the best way, michaelferrera.com.
Very good, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I like your spirit.
It's my pleasure, man.
Dude, thanks for coming out and
Thank
chit-chatting,
you.
man. I appreciate
Thank
it very
you.
much.
My absolute pleasure.